So you bought a JK fuel cell from Motobilt, and we offer these extension rods that come with this thing, because as this thing sits on the top of the tank, you're going to have to extend this down to where it has pressure on the bottom of the tank, and there's a spring that does that. But we need to extend this thing, because you can't have it just floating around. Not only that, but it won't read correctly. What we do is we drop it all the way down. That thing will read full like this, so it'll be full for a while. Really the only thing that counts is the bottom part of the fuel, so you know when to run out. But Mopar has taken this thing. It used to have a little recess right here with an E-clip that you would pop out. Well, now they've gone to a newer style that pushes in. What they're going to do is show you how to take this thing apart real quick. Like, press it down, you'll take out this E-clip. Make sure you bring a little magnetic tray, because this stuff's going to get lost pretty quickly. Anyhow, that's what keeps this thing together. Just like that. We're going to pop this apart. You're going to may have to slow this thing down a little bit or pause it, but that's no big deal. Pull the wiring out of the top, just like that. And you'll see that this hose is underneath these clips. There's 3 clips. Pop those up. Pop that up, and that whole pump assembly will come out just like that. What we're trying to do is get the hose out from underneath this thing, but we need access to this. So now you got this, but no way to get these rods out. Pretty simple. What we're gonna do is hit it with some little vice grips, and we're gonna put it on the edge of the table. Make sure you don't drop your your pump. You can drop this rod, and that's okay, but and give it a couple little whacks here. There we go. That rod will come out. What it is a little bit of a barbed thing. We want both of these rods to come out, so again, set on the edge of the table, give it a couple whacks, and that rod will come out. You can see the stock rod versus the longer rod, like this. So if you're holding this rod, you'll see there's a couple different settings. What we do is use the same rod for a couple different cells. On the JK, it's going to be full like this. What we're going to do is slide the washer in to that one, then a spring, and as this thing goes back together again, just so happens this is the same size. Now, not worried about these falling apart. Because as this pump is sitting on the bottom of the tank, it's actually pushing against these. The only time you're ever going to use this is when you pull the pump out. We'll have to extend these wires. Now we're putting this bad boy back together again, with the hose out from underneath this clip. And the retainer, come on now. There we go, just like that. These rods fit back into the, get that washer. Anyhow, just like that. Of course, that rod will come back up in. We'll put our spring clip on the bottom, your little E-clip right there. We're going to make this short, and of course that rod popped out. We're going to extend these wires, put that back in, and then this gives you your spring against the bottom of the fuel tank. It's really pretty easy. Sans that I didn't didn't pop in, but trying to make it quick. It's actually pretty easy. Hope that makes sense.